Namastè. Welcome to today's reading of the Mayan Oracle. Today is Lahun Chuen. And the stones that represent Chuen are blue topaz, aquamarine, tourmaline, turquoise, and blue fluorite. And we have some very nice aquamarine and some tourmaline here in the shells, and we have a very nice piece of blue fluorite here, all on loan to us today from the Eternal Temple, our spiritual shop and spiritual learning center here in Oneida, New York, on Madison Street at 148 Madison Street. Tone for today is Lahun, the 13th tone, the tone of universal movement. The 13th tone calls forth the greater pattern. The hand of fate beckons you and then catapults you free to journey home. The qualities that describe the universal movement of Lahun are wild card, unseen forces, unexpected change, open system, touch of destiny, and interdimensional shifts. Who's here? Who?
Mike.
Oh. Lahun is the ray of universal movement, the foundation of self within the foundation of essence self, combined with the rhythm of the Trinity. Lahun touches you with the hand of unseen forces and radial change. It will catalyze into movement whatever resists change or is unexamined or stationary. Drawing Lahun indicates that something unexpected is coming, something that may dramatically change the course of your life. You are being touched by fate, moved through identification of self into open consciousness. Olin, the Mayan goddess of movement, asks you to surrender to the perfection of the larger pattern of your essence self. From the perspective of surrender and trust, what movement is being called for now? Pay attention to synchronicities and seeming coincidences that jump into your awareness. Lahun provides the possibility of a radio frequency shift, offering you limitless new openings. Become a skywalker. Be open and flexible, allowing changing reference points to become dynamic allies. Open to the workings of destiny offered by universal movement. The solar frequency for today is Chuen, and the qualities that describe Chuen are innocence, spontaneity, inner child, artistry, humor, monkey, trickster, disruption, and transparency. Good morning, Mike. Chuen represents the divine child, the child that is ever in a state of open-hearted wisdom, innocence, trust, simplicity, and joyful wonder. What would it feel like to actually be a magical child in this culture and in this time? The secret that very few know is because they may feel more comfortable trying to protect themselves, is that the divine child offers the strongest of all protection, the invulnerability of open-hearted love. Through innocence, a kind of immunity is created that allows the divine child to be transparent to the apparent slings and arrows of the world, and they can pass right through without being personalized into wounds, reactions, and hurt feelings. This is the path of innocence regained. Transparency is the path of the new consciousness. Enter into the great wisdom of innocence and trust. Through your innate innocence, you can be utilized as an empty vessel for divine will and wisdom to manifest. The less you hold rigidly to specific beliefs, systems, and thought patterns, the more you become an open receiving station for the divine. The more naturally innocent and transparent you allow yourself to be, the less you will have strong reactions, and there will be nothing for the potential hurts to so-called stick to. Remember, your stickiness is one of the most effective tools to help bring you into wisdom, because it shows you where you are most invested and identified. Look deeply into the eyes of a happy 2-year-old. There you will see the innocent trust, open-heartedness, and spontaneous joy that typifies the divine child. Imagine yourself as an enlightened 2-year-old in a state of ecstatic communion and delight. In childhood, you didn't have to remember to play or to be playful. You could easily and fluidly express your emotions. You didn't have to understand the whys and the wherefores. You knew with your heart. This is your natural state of being, the state of ecstasy, the path of revealed innocence. The frequency of ecstasy, your divine nature, is now dawning through you. A way to access it may be as simple as changing your perceptual lens and life filters. How might you live as a divine child amidst the illusion of this world? Words seem limited to explain. Just be the divine child, and you will discover the answer for yourself. In Western culture, many people have a distorted understanding about what it is to be a human being. We are often taught that successful adults are responsible, serious, rigid, controlled, and goal-oriented. In your journey with society, your developmental stages may have been incomplete. The natural sensitivity, fluidity, and freedom of the child may have been left behind in partial passage. Perhaps your inner child was wounded or treated insensitively, and you carried this unresolved process into adulthood. Chuen encourages you to bring forth this incomplete or wounded part for integration and healing. This process implies a bounteous connection between essence, self, and spirit, freed from judgment, denial, and separation. It encourages an unconstrained experience of feeling, living your dreams and visions where everything is sacred and so, by nature, harmonious and joyful. Live your dreams. The moment is now. In this co-creative process, your life literally becomes a work of art and the dawning of the new myth. In this new myth, your spontaneous divine child will usher in and anchor the new frequency. How can you heal your inner child? Explore what truly gives you joy. Find types of work that support your sensitivity and create deep satisfaction. Be simple. Love, play, dance, draw, color, and sing. These activities are for all divine children. They serve the expression of the magical child in everyone. Consciously make time for the joyful freedom and magic of play. This is not the kind of play that avoids problems. As you freely play, the importance is taken off who you think you are, leaving room to explore all that you actually are. Often, afterward, when you come back to a difficult situation, your perspective has magically shifted. Remember, joy is the ineffable sign of the presence of God, your Creator. As a divine child, surrender to the present moment. The universe speaks in the voice of the present. In the dawning myth, there are no roadmaps, no creeds or philosophies. The direction now comes straight from the universe, moment by moment, and the circulum is revealed through your natural connection to the divine. This is the path of innocence, the path of trust. You walk each step only once. On this path, you have a willingness not to know and the wisdom to follow the guidance of Spirit. Bring humor into the exploration of yourself, especially in the issues of life growth's edges that spur strong emotions. When you come up against what appears to be a difficult issue, amplify and feel it with awareness. It can actually become humorous. Or try processing it either by making it very serious, or by taking it very lightly, or by making a joke of it. Identify yourself with the so-called fool, the one who truly knows that things are not as serious as they seem. Humor is divinely transforming. Chuen represents the cosmic alarm clock. The energy of Chuen sets up situations that will change or torque your perspective. In that moment, you perceive things differently, as with the punchline of a good joke. The essence of Chuen is waking up. Just for a moment, see through the cultural trance in which you have been shaped. Chuen is the Mayan monkey, the trickster, the playful one who may push you off balance or catch you off guard in order to bring you the gift of a new perspective. The monkey offers you enjoyment, the ability to swing through the trees of life's jungle. Don't be surprised if soon appears that you are hanging by your knees, your world turned upside down, and life's bananas have a different appeal. Chuen's playful wisdom is also represented by the dolphin, which represents an evolved state of consciousness, joyfulness, and expresses in spontaneous ways the present moment. Chuen can assist you in learning to play your way through any situation. Lighten up, monkey around. Don't take life so seriously. Remember, people are that they might have joy. Chuen can help you get the cosmic joke that appearances in this three-dimensional world are illusionary, so you might as well laugh and make light of them. Since you are the co-creator of your reality, why not write a delightful script? You have created for yourself learning situations that may appear to be difficult and uncomfortable. Humor can serve as a pressure valve, a healer, helping you to laugh and dance with the illusion. Some people look forward to the weekend in anticipation of a changed perspective. The "thank God it's Friday" syndrome often springs from the need for a release and a more lightened point of view. In such settings, people give themselves permission to step outside of their usual routine and allow their expression to become uninhibited. Experiment with encouraging your magical child to come out, and not just on weekends. For example, if you are a person who enjoys partying, take the freed aspect of yourself that gets activated in such situations. For example, being candid and direct when drinking, and bring it into conscious play in your life without alcohol or other such stimulants. The secondary experience that emerges when you drink or party is asking to come congruently into your everyday life. It has something valuable to contribute to your wholeness. The color for Chuen is aqua blue, the translucent, joyful blue of ocean waves curling and cresting in the sun. Hear the song of the dolphins as you visualize this color of innocence, joy, and humor. The number for Chuen is 11, the vibration wherein novelty and spontaneity break down resistant forms. When unity merges with essence self, a mystical foundation is created that disintegrates old patterns. This is actually integration in disguise. As your walls tumble down, they crack into a smile, and the illumination of self shines through. Now the shadow wisdom of Chuen. There are many facets to Chuen's shadow. The most common of these is not seeing the humor in life's experiences. If you take life too seriously, humor may offer a relief of an unexpected point of view. Follow your divine child, and you will be shown how to play your way through any apparent difficult situation. Humor is a great healer and teacher, and a wonderful way to lighten up about enlightenment. Another prominent shadow of Chuen is avoiding speaking your truth. Do you use humor to express things that you are afraid to say to someone honestly and directly? Do you use humor to hide your vulnerability? Perhaps you use sarcasm because you feel wounded, insecure, or unable to express your deep feelings. Such use of humor is a way of bringing out hidden anger and aggression. If you find yourself caught in inappropriate play, consciously step out of it and bring in the missing awareness. Trust your magical child to be vulnerable. Express your feelings, especially your awakenedness, in a direct way. Let go of using humor as a means of masking your feelings, like the Divine child, you are. Allow all emotions to be okay and freely express them without judgment. The shadow of Chuen also represents the perennial trickster monkey, or the clown. Since perceived emotions and events are illusionary anyway, why not take the monkey off your back? Set your true monkey free to swing through the trees of circumstances instead of hanging around in the same situations. Joking and teasing, which come from a place of wisdom, are high arts that engender growth. The transformative trickster breaks down unneeded structures. When the Bakoti play out fear by dancing as a monster, they bring hidden polarities out of the shadows, freeing the field and setting the stage for joy and celebration. However, in this shadow, you may use humor inappropriately or insensitively. Perhaps you use it to control others or to satisfy your ego at the expense of others' feelings. This may take many forms, including making fun of others, spreading jokes or rumors, insensitivity to handicapped people or race or circumstances, and the furthering of emotional pain. The issue of sensitivity also lies in the shadow of Chuen. Perhaps your inner child was unthinkingly wounded or suppressed by society or by social expectations. Perhaps your gift of sensitivity was not supported by parental figures or the culture at large. In order to protect yourself from this criticism, you may have withdrawn, suppressed your self-expression and creativity, or become absorbed in fantasy worlds. Honestly examine any dysfunctional, hidden reaction or set pattern you may have that resulted from such woundings. Transform this shadow by becoming aware of your emotional reactions and perceptions of insensitivity. Then express the feelings around it before you get too deeply immersed in the cycle of emotional reactions. Learn to utilize the disruption that the trickster catalyzes. Disruptions that may seem to turn your world upside down from time to time. Such disruptions step in where avoidance may linger or where the old is no longer useful. For example, losing a job brings you to a new opportunity that you may not have taken before. The energy of Chuen asks you to see the perfection revealed in the gift, the humor in everything that happens to you, no matter how it looks on the surface. There are always points of entry in transforming reactive cycles. Consciously expressing your feelings helps to break the dysfunctional coping mechanism and cycling patterns, which in turn allows you to access the core of the wound to be healed. If you are feeling overwhelmed about how to change an intense emotional reaction, remember that just realizing that you have a choice helps to stop the cycling. Healing the inner child can actually be and exciting adventure. The harmonic wisdom that Chuen embodies is humor, that which creates an unexpected surprise. In music, this is called scherzo, a joke, a jest, or light passage. Chuen represents the wild card, the unexpected combinations that cause a turn in a totally different direction. It represents innovation and novelty, the profound discontinuity, a sudden reordering in a new way. This novelty is more than a choice between two choices of action. It is something entirely new. On the surface, such novelty might appear to create disharmony or dissonance, while in the larger pattern it actually has a harmonizing effect. Chuen presents the unexpected, breaking the pattern. Act in a surprising, whimsical, or playful way. Be the divine child, the trickster, the fool, or Chuen may find you. The musical descriptor for Chuen is staccato, meaning abruptly disconnected. Amaretto, meaning increased animation. And allegoro, with increasing liveliness. Humor allows for momentary detachment. It makes the strange familiar and the familiar strange. It offers a new way of seeing, hence an objective that creates both personal and conceptual detachment. Chuen is like the card game 52 pickup. For a moment, in the surprise and confusion of a whole deck of cards thrown up into the air, there is a suspension of belief. All the rules have been thrown out, and you simply have to laugh and pick up the cards. Let us meditate for a little while